Now, with many jobs at stake due to the impact of COVID-19 on the country's already strained economy, household debt is likely to increase. Experian released data today that shows that South Africans are carrying R1.5 billion in debt. We speak to a money coach about navigating these uncertain times. Hayley Parry is from One Life's Truth About Money initiative. Hayley, good evening. It's a pleasure to have you with us on the Pulse today. The moment that South Africans are in many ways, is going to be unprecedented because some of the forecasts are saying it's going to be much worse than the recession of 2008. How much more smarter must we be around what we are doing with our money?
Hi, Kathy. Yes, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. You know, money was tight for South Africans before the impact of COVID-19, and I think what has happened now is most people are experiencing a very severe financial shock. And so that has definitely brought to the fore the fact that the money we do have, we need to manage well. We need to manage it better. And we also need to be more aware of the options at our disposal. We need to improve our financial literacy and our financial skills because, let's be honest, we need all the help we can get at the moment.
You've brought up an important word, and that's financial literacy. Already, South Africa's financial literacy levels are quite low, regardless of the spectrum. You know, it doesn't matter which income bracket you're looking at. Some of the research already shows that we simply don't learn enough about what we need to be doing with our money than we're supposed to. How do we begin to change that, especially at a time when it's so crucial?
You know, Kathy, you're absolutely right. You know, if you find yourself in a situation at the moment where you have experienced a financial shock and you don't really feel like you have the skills to navigate your way through it, then I can tell you that unfortunately, you know, you're normal. Like you say, financial literacy hasn't traditionally been something that people are actively taught at schools or universities or even in some homes. And that's actually, you know, why we're so passionate about what we're doing, because the reality is that once you remove the mystery, financial skills are learned just like any other. And once you know what to do with your money, you inevitably will start doing it better. And as you increase your skill, you know, you become better at doing it well. And so financial education is something that most definitely can make an impact in terms of how we turn around the financial health of where people are at today. Because although everyone's sitting in a situation now where there's been this big financial shock, the reality is that this too will pass. And when it does, we want to make sure that people have had the least amount of impact, negative impact on their personal finances during this period, and that when they're able to start earning at the levels they were previously, or they get another job, that the skills they've learned during this really tough time actually helps them build wealth and become more profitable in future. Whereas right now, what we're actually focusing on is just sort of protecting their bottom line.
People often think that they need a lot of disposable income before they can even start engaging a conversation with a money coach like yourself, who's going to sit down and open the books. And I wonder, in terms of just, you know, breaking that myth, this conversation is open to everyone, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, Kathy, I think there's an important distinction to be made, firstly, between financial education and then engaging with a personal finance professional, like a financial advisor, for example. Now, what we do is what we would call the step before you would engage with a financial advisor. And that skill, learning how to manage money or getting a financial education, is most definitely available to everyone. To give you an example, I have a 5-year-old who recently earned 25 Rand for cleaning mom's car, and his financial education has already begun. So it's most definitely not about how much you earn. It's about ensuring that the money you do have, irrespective of how much that is, you learn how to keep some of it. We want to help you keep more of it than less of it, obviously, but absolutely, you know, the earning level that you're at is not going to dictate this. This is a skill that anyone can learn.
Sure.